everybody, my name is Xuul and welcome to my tutorial on how to install Enderal, a total conversion mod for the Elder Scrolls Skyrim. Sorry if I'm pronouncing stuff wrong. As you guys probably already know, I'm terrible at pronouncing names, but that's not important. If you're not familiar with what this mod is, I'm going to leave a little bit of information on screen. I'm going to cover this mod in more detail in a future video. A couple things we need to note: it is a total conversion mod, so this isn't a mod on top of Skyrim. Think of it more like its own game running on the Skyrim engine, I guess is the best way to say it. It's a separate game made using the Skyrim toolset. Now that we've gotten that out of the way though, let's get ahead to the installation. You can go ahead and set up the mod by going to enderal.com, link in the description as always, and I'm just going to kind of walk you through what you need to do. So click on System Requirements, you'll see them right here. Pretty basic stuff, but it is a little bit higher than Skyrim, so I would recommend you read this and make sure everything's good. Making sure you have all the net frameworks and stuff. After that, you're going to need to download the installation package. This is a pretty big file, and as of right now, the main download pages are a little bit slow just because the servers are a bit overwhelmed. I think Nexus mod just came up recently. So I believe the authors of this mod recommend you torrent the file. They even suggest a client. I'm not too familiar with torrenting, but I did go ahead and download a client and download it that way. After that, you're going to need to download the launcher. You can download the launcher by clicking on this button right here. It will refresh the page and it will give you this kind of "do you want to keep" message right here, and it's okay to keep this file. It's totally safe. No need to worry about it right now. Let's just kind of get back to where we were before. Now we can go ahead to the installation section. It gives you some very basic instructions. All you have to do is hit the Install Now button, and then gives you some information on updating. That's all we need to know. Now, this mod is a total conversion. That means that we need a completely fresh Skyrim to work off when installing this mod. So what you need to do is uninstall Skyrim. I would also recommend completely deleting your Skyrim folder and then reinstalling Skyrim. As you can see here, I've done that just recently. If I were to launch my Skyrim, it would give me the settings menu. Now that I have a completely fresh install of the game, I've gone ahead and dragged the two files that I downloaded earlier onto my desktop. You can go ahead and click on the launcher even if you're not on the desktop. It doesn't matter where it is, it will automatically associate with your Skyrim folder. And if for some reason that fails to happen, you can find your Skyrim folder in Steam, Steam Apps Commons, Skyrim, and you can go ahead and place it there and then launch the game. Although for me and most other people from what I've seen, it's worked just fine. Installing the mod now is actually quite simple. All you need to do is go over to the launcher and click the Install Enderal button here. From there, you're going to get a warning message. This basically means that you cannot use any of your regular Skyrim mods, and this is very important to stress. Enderal is basically a completely different game. You can't use the regular mods you've been using for Skyrim in your game, or it will cause problems. Don't worry, there's people already hard at work on some wonderful Enderal add-ons, and it already comes with a few of the things you know and love, for example Sky UI, bundled in already, so you don't need to worry about that too much. So click on that warning to acknowledge it, then go ahead and accept this very small little licensing agreement here. Just says a couple of rules about their project. From there, you're going to get this menu with the requirements. Most people will meet this. Go ahead and hit Install. From there, you're going to need to select where your installation file is because we're installing it for the first time. As you can see, it detected the one on my desktop. That's perfectly fine there. If it doesn't detect it, you can click those three dots and select it manually. After that, hit Next. From there, you're going to create a backup of your Skyrim. This is if you had been playing Skyrim already. You can back it up. I personally just want to do the fresh install, so we don't really need to worry about this in this step. But if you wanted to keep your Skyrim files, that's the way to do it. Now that we've gone through that, we just need to install the mod. It's going to be rather slow going, so I'm going to cut ahead to when it's actually finished, and then we can resume our fun little chat. So let's cut ahead. As you can see, the installation is complete. Now all we need to do is hit the Done button, keeping in mind that there may be patches required and we may need to do some updates. Say, for example, we try and launch the file. It tells us we need an update first. Don't worry too much about that. Just hit the little update button right here and then click on the middle of the screen here to begin the update. Once the update's done, you are going to have to close and reopen the launcher, but don't worry about that. It's not that big of a deal. Really easy to do. couple of other things I should mention about Enderal. You are going to need to use this launcher icon that was placed on your desktop to start it out anytime. It also comes with its own settings menu. As you can see, one tweak is built in. I would recommend leaving it on the one tweak setting. And this is the area where you're going to be able to change, all your in-game visual settings. They are a little bit different, and you can also change things in the Skyrim Innie and some other stuff like that in some of the later tabs. Anyway, that's pretty much it for this video. Hope you enjoyed. I'm going to be coming out with some new videos in the future, all revolving around this mod. Maybe I'll get around to doing a mod organizer tutorial if that's possible, feasible. I haven't really looked into it yet, just something comes to the top of my mind, and you'll be getting some impressions from me. Thank you very much for watching. I've been Xuul, and I hope that you have an excellent day.